Back at Mikey's Mogul Studios with Jay Beezy. How you doing, Jay Beezy?
Doing good. How you doing?
Good. So you were set with a task to pick out one of your favorite beats. We'll get to that here in a minute.
100%.
We want to find out a little bit about Jay Beezy. You know,
Okay.
How did Jay Beezy get started? What makes Jay Beezy? So how'd you get started producing?
Way back around the time I picked up the bass, started playing bass. 14, 15.
Yeah.
Kind of started when I met Lex. You know?
I guess that was gonna be my question. What came first, the bass or the production?
Oh, bass was first.
Bass was first.
Yeah,
I
bass
assume
was
that's
first.
usually how it happens,
Yeah.
right? Did you always play a bass, or did you start with a different instrument first, or that was the first thing you picked up?
Cello. I mean, I don't know if that
Cello?
really matters. Yeah, I started in middle
Really?
school. 2 years playing cello.
Wow, I think people will be surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
Cello. What was that like?
A lot of work.
Really?
You gotta flip pages. We're playing symphonies, bro. Like I thought, okay, take a break.
Really?
You know, it's a lot, bro. Like, but it was fun. You know, I kind of got to learn how to read music at that time. You know, so
That's kind of important, right?
yeah, it is. But I don't read right now. Like,
But you did at one point.
but yeah, at one point I did read music, but now like I learned everything by ear.
So how did it go from the cello to the bass?
Just when I got to high school, I decided to try bass. It's the same clef in music, you know. So it was like it would be an easy switch up. Loved it.
Easy transition?
Yeah, easy transition.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was easy, and I liked it because I didn't have to use the bow. Like, cause
Yeah.
my music teacher would get mad sometimes. I would hide the bow because I just want to pluck that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah. So you were already trying to do your thing.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you gotta stay in your pocket. Not
Yeah.
yet.
Yep. 100%.
All right. So what inspired you to produce or start with music?
My friends actually, man. You know, two of my closest friends. Definitely Lex is part of that. You know, when I picked up the bass, and you know, friends I was meeting at North Hollywood High, were making beats, rapping. You know, because pretty much me and Lex grew up in that same scene
Yeah.
in North Hollywood. You know, so my closest friends were making beats, and I'm thinking you need like a full blown studio to do that shit, right?
Yeah.
But I'm seeing he was doing it on his computer, and I was like, I want to do this too, you know. So like, you know,
Made it happen.
yeah, made it happen.
But you really made it happen, right? Because you've been part of some bands and toured and done some
Yeah.
things. And yeah, how many bands? Tell us a little bit about that.
Shoot, a number I can't count. I've been
That many, huh?
Yeah, I've been in. You know, I've had regular bands that you know, and I was at one point I was in 3 bands at once.
Playing three.
Playing 3 to 4 nights a week. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it wasn't the same kind of music.
Oh, different music. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy to be able to jump back and forth and do
Yeah,
all that.
100%.
Is there a style of music you prefer to play?
I love funk.
You love
Funk and
funk.
hip hop, yeah, those two, and metal. I mean, I play metal also.
Right.
Definitely, yeah. Those are the main styles. But I like to play everything.
Out of all the bands you played with, is there one that really stood out that you really enjoyed yourself that you think you would want to do again?
Definitely the band we had. You know,
Really?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Really?
Real talk. That was a dream come true for me because
Really?
I always want the. I'm a big Roots fan, bro.
Yeah,
and so
yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
a hip hop band, you know.
Right.
I always want to do that. So doing that was my dream come true. I'm just mad we didn't get to do it again, but maybe one day. You
But
know.
you've been and traveled and
Oh, yeah.
toured and other stuff, and that's the one that
That's
stands
the
out
one.
to you.
Because most of the bands I'm playing with, we're playing covers. We're playing everybody else's music, you know?
Right.
Which, you know, that's how we got paid, you know?
Right.
You know? Instead of having a DJ, you have the live band to play that track, you know, the tracks and shit, you know? So, but yeah.
Cool. So you go from playing the bass to making beats. Pretty sure the evolution of your beat making kind of has taken off with all these new programs that went out. Is there something that you use or you go to?
The DAW I've been using for years is Cubase. Yeah, that's my go-to.
Is that where you record your bass when you play the bass into it? Or?
Record it there, yeah.
Man, because I've heard a lot of your beats, and man, their beats are crazy good. I've heard some with samples and no samples and real
Appreciate
West
you.
Coast, and it's kind of, to me, it's when I hear a lot of Lexus beats, I enjoy hearing different beats that comes from you, comes from Primo, because it's just, I don't know, just a different sound completely.
Yeah.
You know, so where do you get your sound from? Where do you think?
I would say my sound is me. You know, I mean, I'm a product of my environment. You know what I'm saying? I grew up listening to hip hop and music just in general. So I'm gonna create what I like for the most part. You know, I guess that's what the inspiration is. I love trap beats, even though trap is still here. I love making trap beats. You know,
But
like,
you make all kinds
West
of different
Coast,
beats. Yeah,
yeah,
I've heard different beats come from you that I was like, okay, JBZ, I didn't know you had that in the bag.
yeah, 100%. Experimental, stuff.
But
Yeah,
I think that's how everything starts, experimenting,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you have something, right? You
Yeah.
build on it, and you have something cool.
yeah.
What kind of inspiration? What inspires JBZ to make music?
A lot of times it's boredom. A lot of
Boredom.
Yeah, nowadays, the game changed for me. I mean, it's always a passion of mine, but in my time of my life now, I'm like, I get bored a lot, and I like to stay busy. So like, that's my excuse. Like, you know what? Let me make a beat. I don't even know what I'm gonna make. I'm just gonna I'll probably just pick out a sample, chop it up. Okay, start it that way. But yeah, it's random. I don't go when I make beats. I don't have an idea what I'm gonna do.
Well, I think that puts you in a different situation because not everybody has been blessed to experience as much as you have in the different kinds of music there is and playing the different kinds of music. So, I mean, that puts you in a different category because you can pull from so many different experiences that you've actually been a part of, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Different flavors and different spices you can add on to it. But yeah, so that kind of gives you almost a leg up on being able to produce some things, right?
Yeah, it does. Especially playing in cover bands. You pull ideas from everywhere. Like, I've played in Latin bands, so I have that under my belt where I could play a cumbia's bass line, or I need that stuff,
Where people were like, "What's going on here? What's this guy doing up there playing
Oh yeah,
cumbias?"
bro. Oh yeah, everybody thought I was Dominican, bro, in that band. They was like, he's negro, but
You should have
he's
hit him.
playing this music, but bro.
You should have hit him with
Actually,
some Spanish and really
that's
messed
one
him
of
up.
my favorite bands, bro. One of my
Spanish
favorite
ones?
bands because I had to learn.
Oh,
I got thrown in the fire. I mean, I grew up
listening.
hearing that music in the neighborhood and stuff, but I was doing salsa stuff, and yeah,
How was it to adapt to that?
it was fun.
Because it was a challenge.
And it was a little bit of a challenge, but it kind of wasn't because I grew up around that music. So it was just like second nature. Yeah.
So after a few minutes, you were down.
Yeah. Once I learned the shit, I'm like, oh, okay, we good. So I have an idea how to make a bass line like that or make a track like that or some reggaeton, if you will.
Let me ask you something. So what's the difference you think when you make a beat on your own and you work with the rest of the guys? When you work with Lex and Primo, what's the difference you think?
It's exciting. I'll tell you that. Because when you come together, you just don't know what's gonna come out.
And I've seen you guys work together, and it's just
Yeah.
like crazy. Like most of the time, I have zero sense of what's going on. I just know what sounds good and what doesn't sound good, and I don't know if you guys, but I always voice my opinion, but like I don't like the way that sounds. Change to something different, and usually it kind of pans out the way it needs to.
Yeah,
But it's
of course.
impressive to see you guys work in and share your ideas and it switch around, and now it's your turn on the keys and somebody else's turn to sit down, and so it's kind of impressive to see you guys work like that. But what is it like when you work by yourself? Is there a certain way you start a beat? Is it like the drums? Is it a melody? Is there anything that kind of what's your go-to? Or is it different every time?
For me, and it's kind of a formula that I just stuck with because it's been working for me the best, is I usually start with the melody, sample or melody, depending on what I'm feeling. I might have a chord progression. I sit down and play some stuff if I like it, or I'll just sample. But mainly my go-to lately has I've just been sampling, chopping up samples, or chord progression, chop it up.
What do you use to chop the samples?
I do it like a couple ways. I'll either load it into, I think it's called it's not Slice, the plugin. Lex got it also. Forget the name. Serato sample.
Okay.
Load them in Serato sample.
So how does it work? Do you hear something and be like, okay, I got something with that piece right there, and then that inspires you to kind of build the rest of the beat around it?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I always start with the melody first. Then I throw the drums because I feel like the melody is gonna make the drum sound the way it does. And then after that, I add the bass line. Usually bass for me is last because I guess I'm a snob or I'm my own worst critic. Sometimes it's like I'll put some 808s down. I'm like, nah, that ain't it. But come back and hear it later and it's like, okay, maybe I do like it,
Let me ask you another question. Do you, when we were talking to Lex, he said he had hidden files that nobody knew about. Does JBZ have hidden files as well?
Yes, I do.
So everybody has hidden files that I didn't know about.
I didn't know that was a thing,
Bullshit. What do you mean you know that was a thing?
Yeah.
You have them. How do you?
Yeah.
So you have a secret file, JBZ, huh?
Yes, files of beats that are not done that I started.
Same way, huh?
Yeah, some are probably like 5 to 10 years old.
Really?
Just Like you know,
Just the idea of it's down there and just at some point.
Because I may feel it when I first started it, but I'm not feeling it no more. Throw it in the back pocket real quick, come back to it later, and it's like, oh, you get a different sense. Where it's like, okay, I can finish this. I'm feeling it now.
Whenever you have like a producer's block, I don't know what it's called. Do you ever go back and see what's in that bag to come back and touch on it? How often do you do that?
It's random.
Random?
It's just random. How I feel that day, you know. Instead of starting something new, I'll just fork on the old stuff that I ain't done, you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
100%.
So, Jay Beezy. Now to the good part here. You were tasked to pick out one of your favorite beats.
Okay.
Why'd you pick this one?
It slaps, and I want to do something for the West Coast, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I like hearing that about you. West Coast. Well, let's hear it. Tell me a little bit about it.
All right, shoot. Let's see what we at. I'll just play it for now, you know, and break it down in a minute.
Yeah, let's run it one time. Let's see what it sounds like.
We are the Music Factory.
That sounds nasty already, JB.
Appreciate you.
Yup, I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all, JB.
100%.
That's exactly what I expected from you. Exactly what I expected. That shit smacks hard.
Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So how'd you start with that beat? What came first?
The chicken or the egg, you know, 100%. We got like I said, I always start with the melody first. Let me find where that is. Right here. Bare bones. This is what I started with first.
So that's what you started with.
Yeah.
That's almost nothing. That's
Yep. Does not. Yeah.
That's. But you heard everything else around it just with this here.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Because I knew I wanted the G-Funk bass line already.
Yeah.
Because I knew where I was going with it. You know?
So you played the bass on this live.
Yeah, I'm actually playing the bass on it live. I didn't bring the device, but it's a device called a Sonus. You plug your bass into it, or guitar, or any instrument. It turns your guitar into a MIDI controller.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually playing that. You know. So
where'd you pick up that?
I bought it online. You know, because you know YouTube. You know, you get a lot of new products. I actually bought it like damn near 10 years ago.
Really? And that's what you're using to this day?
It was kind of like an underground thing. You know. But there's better ones out now. But that's what I use for that. You know.
But if it works for you, that's
been
what
working,
we're doing with. All right. So what happened after this? What you put on top of this?
After that, added the drums, kick and snare.
You know, from the first times I was hearing your beats, there was something always about your beats. I don't know if you remember this, but I asked you what you used to make your drums because for some reason they sounded so like real almost. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, 100%.
So I don't know what it was, what plug you used, but your drums always seemed like really live.
Back then, I'm not sure what I was using.
Do you think maybe it's
just whatever makes it slap, you know, like.
Do you think it's your understanding because you're a bass player, you understand how those drums are supposed to hit and when they're supposed to hit?
Understanding frequencies and giving the kick and bass their space.
Right. In my mind, that's what I figured would made you so good with your drums. The fact that you knew where it was supposed to hit.
Yeah. Just bringing in some of the layers, you know. Primo's actually playing on this too. I sent him the files. I actually sent him the beat, and he sent me a bunch of piano parts. And,
yeah, he's pretty nasty with the keys, right?
Yeah, this is all him right here.
He's on all kinds of beats, right? Almost all the beats he has something to do with. He's got his fingers in all of it.
Yeah, 100%. That's him. He's actually singing on this too. Yeah.
Who told Primo he can sing though?
Huh?
Who told Primo he can sing?
Who? Primo?
Who
he
told
just
Primo
started
he can
doing
sing?
it. He just started doing it.
Yeah, I heard him. I was like, who's that? Is that a new artist we got going on? Who is that? He said, that's Primo on there. I was like, what? Who told him he can do that?
Yeah.
But he sounded good. And I think it's all these plugins that are making it work, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see me pretty soon, and they're trying to figure something out.
Yeah, 100%.
No, I'm just kidding. Not
shit.
definitely not me. So let's run that beat one more time so we can hear it complete.
Here we go. All the elements together.
Now, JB, when you hear this beat, is there an artist that you can picture on there, or a concept for the track or something like that?
Sometimes I don't. I mean, I have made.
Because I know you used to rap, so I know you got an idea.
Yeah.
Or you visualize something on these beats.
Yeah.
Is that like that for every beat?
Not every beat, because sometimes I don't make the beats I like to rap over.
Really?
Which is crazy. You
That
know,
is
I know.
kinda
I know. I
crazy.
tell people that it's like, yeah, most of the time, yeah, I don't. I guess because I don't make beats with me in mind, you know, because I'm making it for the artist, you know.
So that makes you more of a producer now.
Yeah, you know, but I tell you, I have to think about if I'm gonna make a beat for myself. I'm a snob. Like I was like, fuck this. I bought beats from Lex one time for one of my projects. I bought beats from him because I was like, you know, I need time so I can write my lyrics.
Right.
I can't be making the
Doing
beat.
it all?
Yeah, doing it all. It was taking too much time from my writing
I can
process.
see it. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot to take on right there.
Yeah, and my hats off to the producers and artists that do it. You know.
Yeah, there's some people that do it everything, right? Even the recording, the mixing, everything.
Yeah.
But let's run it one more time.
100%.
We are the Music Factory.
Yeah, that's banging. That's banging right there. Man, there's so many new artists that are coming up right now
Yeah.
that I can see on this beat.
Oh, 100%.
You know, but when I hear this beat, it's not like a mixtape beat. It's
not like a mixtape?
No, this is not a mixtape beat. This is
a song beat.
This is an album beat.
Okay, 100%.
You know, this is not going in there for something. This is something big right there. Something you put your
100%.
time into. That's what this sounds like to me. That's the kind of caliber I think this beat is.
Glad to hear it. 100%.
All right, JBZ. Well, I appreciate you coming in. It's been fun,
100%, man.
and I'll see you on the rebound.
Oh, always 100%.
Cool.
Appreciate you.
We are the Music Factory.